It's March 2005, and the Palm Beach police hear from a concerned parent.
It was an incident that occurred maybe like three and a half weeks ago with one of my stepdaughters.
This woman tells police that her stepdaughter has a lot of money on her, and she can't explain where it came from.
She had over $300 on her.
So her family becomes very suspicious about the fact that she has all this cash.
She ultimately comes clean about what's happening.
Her daughter had been paid some money to go to a house on Palm Beach and perform a massage on an older man. She eventually admitted that there was undressing involved and some type of inappropriate contact.
I wasn't quite sure if there was an investigation or if you guys, well, this is the first I'm hearing of it. I'm going to initiate this report and we're going to try to establish jurisdiction on this, okay?
Monday morning, they told me about the case.
The next thing that needs to happen is police will interview that 14-year-old girl.
You said that you straddled him. What do you mean by that?
I was sitting there on his bed, but a little bit above his bed. And then with underwear and a bra.
Okay.
The first victim that came in, we took the statement, and then she said there are, probably others involved. Immediately, we began surveilling Epstein's house to see whether or not there were other victims. We had 24-hour surveillance.
Certain other techniques they used were trash pulls.
There is a great deal to be learned from a person's trash. It's a meticulous and not fun thing to do.
They uncovered very valuable information.
Message pads with names and phone numbers.
You have high school girls calling saying, hey, I'm coming over at this time, or I'm bringing a new girl. This is one that says 1:30 p.m., Courtney Wild. Please call, she would like to speak with you. The next person they spoke to was the girl that brought the 14-year-old there.
First of all, I know you're freaking out. Don't freak out, just relax, okay? How many girls have you brought to?
A lot.
A lot?
She originally started out as a recruit and then turned into a recruiter.
Every girl that meets Jeffrey starts off with giving him a massage. The more you do with him, the more you make. If you let him do things to you, you're gonna make more.
Like do things, you mean touch you?
Yeah, touch you in inappropriate places. I was one of the girls that refused to do that. So after that, he's like, you know what? He's like, listen, I'll pay you $200 for every girl that you bring to me.
She was able to explain what the scheme was, how it was that Jeffrey Epstein was accessing this number of girls.
So it's like a train. It's like I introduce them to all my friends, and then he'll bring her friends. It goes on and on like that.
Who else was underage?
Under 18? All of them.
All of them?
He told me the younger the better.
Definitely the younger the better.
Just as that woman in the police video, Courtney Wild, at age 14, says that Epstein convinced her to go out and recruit other girls for him.
Because I was so young and basically homeless, I felt like it was an opportunity for me to get on my feet.
This is the neighborhood that I lived in when I met Jeffrey Epstein. It is a trailer park. I haven't been in this neighborhood for years. It doesn't really look like it's changed much, but it definitely is just giving me anxiety. It just brings back being that 14-year-old girl. Some of the girls that I brought to Jeffrey's, lived here as well. $200, $300 is a lot to somebody that's from this neighborhood.
He would have one of his cars pick us up, and they would pick us up at the front of the neighborhood right here.
He just wanted the new face and the new girl. That was his addiction. And it was very much like an addiction. He would just hound me and call me and say, hey, do you have any girls? Do you have any girls? One distinctive time, I brought a girl there, and when she came downstairs, it was clear she was traumatized. Something definitely happened that she was not okay with. I hold such an extreme amount of guilt for bringing these girls.
He really just had middle schoolers and high schoolers all over Palm Beach running around and trying to recruit for him.
He was the client, he was the pimp, and he was the pedophile.
Jeffrey Epstein could not have done this alone.
According to the police records in the case, many of the girls mentioned Epstein assistants who would greet them at the door.
Sarah Kellen was one of the main females that he used that was an assistant of his. Sarah Kellen was Jeffrey Epstein's main scheduler of massages.
I actually spoke with Sarah more than I spoke with really Jeffrey.
He would literally have 3 a day lined up all the time. 9 o'clock, another one at 12, and another one at 4.
He would always have staff there. I would get this food made for me. We would see all these people that worked for him, all these adults, and nobody looked at us like, hey, what are you doing here? He was definitely molesting underage girls on a daily basis, multiple times a day, and everybody was okay with it. Now that I look back, I always think, why was I okay with it? It just became normal.
She is indoctrinated to believe, when she's very young, that this is just what the rich and powerful do. Once you train a 14-year-old that this is okay, you've groomed her perfectly.
He absolutely knew that we were investigating him, so we moved very quickly after that.
Anybody who ever attacks Jeffrey Epstein, he attacks back.
When you know how to perform surveillance, you know how to pick up when it's being performed on you.
The girls would call my office saying, I was just followed home from school by a black Lincoln Navigator just going slowly behind me.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.